Hello, my name is Agatha, and this is your love forecast for the year 2017. And before we jump to your sign, let me explain a few things. You can see your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, but you can also do another thing. Oh, by the way, I'm going to write about this. It's going to be like a longer forecast, which you can purchase. Then I'll leave all the links when I'm done through Smashwords, Kobo, Barnes & Noble, iTunes, Amazon, all sorts of places. You can purchase these readings, a bit longer readings. And I'm gonna do this slowly, so I'm sorry if you immediately do not see your sign. It's because I'm going to do this, bit by bit, and I'm not going to wait until I have all the 12 signs. So before we move on to your sign, you can do the following. You can write in a paper like this and write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the 12 months, okay? And then you can have this. You can do this and this. Okay, you can have a hat if you like. I have a hat, but you can have any other thing, and then you can, just do a little this cut every month or every number. You could cut them, and you can put them on this hat. Put them on the hat, okay, or any other thing, and you can tell your guardian angel, please choose for me which is the most relevant month for me. Which is the message within this reading that I'm seeing, which is the message within which is the most relevant month for me. Okay? Guardian angel, please help me. Don't look, and just pick and then see what is the number that came out for you. Let's say number 11. So you pick November, okay? You don't pick November, you see the whole reading, but pay extra attention to November. As you did this for the month, you can do the same with the sun signs. This is my writing, it's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it beautiful, my writing? Do the same. So you have like here, you have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. You can cut them up again, like I'm doing. I'm cutting this, and you can ask the same. Let's say you have a Scorpio sun, a Sagittarius moon, and a Capricorn rising, for instance, and you see all of them, but you decide, and you can decide this more connected. If you're seeing your sun sign, you could pick any sign you're reading, but you do this once and you say, okay, guardian angel, what is the message in all the sun signs? What is the message in terms of love that most apply to me for the year 2017? It doesn't matter if you are the signs which I mentioned. Let's say that you pick, okay? You don't see, and then you pick, and let's say that the sign that comes up for you is Libra, and you have no Libra, for instance. You can see Libra as well, okay, as an additional message, okay? If it's a sign which you have already seen, if it's your moon sign, your Scorpio, your rising sign, your sun sign, okay. But if it's another sign, no, you can see that as well, okay? This is just an idea. You do whatever you like. And that's it. I hope you have a great love year. Bye-bye. Hello, Virgo. This is your love forecast done by Tarot for the year 2017. I'm going to use the Lover's Path Tarot, and it's going to be 12 cards, one card for each month. And in your reading, Virgo, there's only one major arcana card, so that tells me that it might not be for most of you a big transformational year in the area connected with love. So let's begin, Virgo. In January 2017, you have the King of Coins or the King of Pentacles in traditional decks. This might be you showing up because coins or pentacles is connected with the earth element. So this might represent a person, because this is a very general reading. It might be you, or it might be a man or a woman from an earth sign, Virgo, like you, Capricorn or Taurus, after the age of, in his or her late 30s or after the age of 40. This is a very well established, this is Zeus. This is like the king, not the king, the gods, like the highest in the Greek mythology. It's Zeus, and in Roman mythology it's Jupiter, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a person I'm sorry, who's very well established in his career or her career, in his profession. He or she has achieved a lot, monetarily, financially, and this person might be showing up in your life, and he or she might want to invest in you, might want to have a relationship with you, a long-term relationship, and he's willing to invest, like financially, emotionally. This person wants to have a relationship with you if you are like single, or you might be the one who is this person. You're very well to do, and you might encounter someone and you want to invest in a relationship with him or her. You want to have a life with him or her. You want to marry him or her. You want to have kids with him or her. You want to have like buy a house together, something like that. And then if you are with someone already, this is like a deepening of your relationship on a material level. So maybe you might decide to, buy a house together or something like that. But you feel emotionally secure and emotionally stable, and materially and financially stable within this relationship. Or it might be that your spouse, your partner, achieves something in terms of his profession or her profession, in terms of his career or her career. And then in February 2017, Virgo, you have the Queen of Arrows or the Queen of Swords in traditional decks. So this is an ability to look at the relationship in a very detached sort of way, emotionally detached, and to analyze it, be analytical and be rational and analyze rationally the relationship that you are having, or the relationship that you have with the person with whom you are with, and not get too caught up on the emotional side, and just analyze it objectively. Some of you might be, I'm thinking formalizing, signing up contracts. Why do I say that? Because this is the arrows or the swords. Swords is connected with the air element. Swords is connected also with writing. The air element is Libra. This is why Venus showed up. Venus could be Venus in Libra, for instance. Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. I'm thinking some of you might be signing up pre-nup agreements or post-nup agreements. There's some sort of contract going on in some of your relationships, and you are smart enough not to put your heart in it. You have to analyze this relationship when it comes to signing a prenup or a postnup or whatever, in a very rational sort of way, and you're doing that, Virgo. If it's not you, it's the other person who's doing that, or it's both of you. So if you're single, and nothing happened in January 2017, and this is just you feeling really stable and feeling almost complete within yourself. You have like financial stability and you have emotional stability, and you're not really looking for anyone in January 2017, but in February 2017 maybe someone shows up. And this person can be from an air sign. This person can be very smart, very witty, funny, and this person might want to have a relationship with you. But again, it's like more he or she doesn't connect with you on an emotional level. They connect with you more like a mental level. And if it's not the other person who wants to have a relationship with you, it might be you who wants to have a relationship with someone. On a mental level. If it's not that, if you're still single, it could be that you're writing a list about the characteristics of the person that you want in your life, and you're being very rational about it. I want this, and I want this, and I want this. And then in March 2017, you have the 10 of staves, or the 10 of wands in traditional decks. For those who are involved in a relationship, this could be the end of a passionate. You might understand that the passion is no longer present in your life, in your love life. That it's all the passion is burned out. It was fully lived, and the passion no longer exists. It doesn't mean that the love doesn't exist, but the passionate part of it's done. For others, it could be, if you're still in a relationship, it could be a burden. Something to do, this relationship, you might come to the understanding that this relationship is actually a burden to you, or there is a burden that comes up in March of 2017 associated with the relationship that you have. What could it be a burden? Let's say that your spouse suddenly becomes very ill, very sick, and you have to take care of him or her. Even if you don't acknowledge it, it is a burden. It takes a toll on you, and this is a burden, and you have to deal with it. Another scenario, maybe the burden would be that your mother-in-law has to come and live with you. Maybe your mother-in-law is sick and there's no one to take care of her, and then you have to put up with that, and it's a burden. Maybe you're keeping it hidden, but it's a burden. It is. Another way of reading it is that lots of work, lots of effort associated with your love relationship. You feel like you're doing everything. You're carrying the weight in this relationship. Maybe you do everything. Maybe you do the work around the house. Maybe you have to take care of your family and his or her family. You feel like there's no longer passion because you're overburdened with work. There's no time for passion. Are you kidding me? If you are single, you realize that you no longer give tremendous value to passion. That's no longer on your list. If you are single, you understand also in March 2017, you're overwhelmed with work. You don't have time to go out to try to meet someone new. And then in April 2017, Virgo, you have the 5 of Cups. So you're feeling very sorry and very regretful in connection with your love life. Why? Maybe because of that burden. Maybe because your mother-in-law came to live with you. And there's no way you can speak to your spouse and say that, oh my God, I don't want this. And you're feeling very sad because you feel that something very important was lost within your relationship. And you're crying over what was lost within your relationship. You're crying about the passion that you used to have, for instance. Or you're feeling very sorry and regretful because you feel that you do all the work connected with your relationship, all the work around the house. You take the financial burden, or you have to take care of your family and take care of your partner's family, and you're feeling very regretful about that. But at the same time, you're not speaking to the other person and telling him or her that. You feel that you have to keep it hidden. And you're again regretting being in this relationship or the state this relationship has achieved. If you're single, you're thinking about the past, of all the relationships that didn't work out, and you're feeling very sorry about that. You're feeling very regretful. You're feeling very unhappy. And then moving on to May 2017, Virgo, you have the magic card of the magician in traditional card decks. This could be suddenly the burden is lifted in May 2017, and there's more joy within your relationship if you have someone. If you have someone, there's this lightness. There's like, oh, things are good, okay, they are okay again. You find the way to find, you encounter what, there's again joy in your relationship. If you are single, you might suddenly fall in love with someone. You can be bewitched with someone, or someone can be bewitched by you. And then in June 2017, Virgo, you have the Queen of Cups. If you are with someone, if you are in a long-term relationship, you understand in June of 2017 that your love is deeper and deeper than ever. And it's okay that the passion has subsided. It's okay that the passion has ended, because you have something which is stronger. You have a spiritual love that connects you both. You understand that this love is stronger than it's ever been before. And there's almost like a psychic connection with the person with whom you are with, and you understand that the person with whom you are with really loves you, or you really are in love with him or her, and it's deeper and deeper and deeper. If you are single, you might be talking with someone, and this person might be emotionally available to you, gives you time to talk to you're talking about, you're speaking to him or her. Maybe this is a friend, maybe this is a motherly figure, like it could be a mother, an older sister, a grandmother, a wise aunt, someone. It could be a man also, and this person is listening to all of your love woes. Oh, things don't work out, I feel so alone. Or maybe this person is hearing the fact that you just fell in love, you just feel bewitched by someone, or someone is bewitched by you. You're like dumping stuff on him or her, and they're very present. They give you wise counsel. They truly do love you, and they give you good advice. Or if you are someone this still single, someone might approach you, and this person who is bewitched by you, or you might is from a water sign, could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, and this person really has deep feelings for you, or you are the one who's bewitched by someone, and you have deep feelings towards him or her. And then Virgo, in July 2017, you have the Four of Cups. If you're still single, in July 2017, you're thinking about all the good advice that a good friend of yours, or a mother figure or father figure, gave you in June 2017. And you're thinking about your love nature. And you're thinking about what you truly want out of love. And you're reflecting and you're pondering about it. If you are with someone, you feeling a bit alone, for whatever reason you are alone during this month, maybe your spouse or partner had to travel for work, or to see family, or whatever, and you're feeling alone, and you're spending time with yourself, you're spending time giving not love but reflecting about love and thinking about it. It's like a very apathic, a very slow type of month. And then in terms of love, and then in August 2017, Virgo, you have the Prince of Arrows, or the Knight of Swords in traditional decks. If you look at the figure, the image in the card, it's the Cupid. So some of you might actually, if that hasn't happened before, you might fall in love at first sight, like the arrow of Cupid might be shot straight to your heart, or someone might fall in love, like at first sight with you. For others, it could be a sudden revelation in terms of what you want out of love. You've thought about it, you were single, and you thought, and then there's a revelation. Because you were thinking of, even if you're with someone, you're thinking about all the interactions that you had in your past loves, or all the interactions that you had with your spouse or your partner, and then suddenly there's clarity. And there's like a sudden revelation, or there's a message which is sent to you. It could be that, or a conversation that gives you sudden revelation about something to do with your love nature, if you are single, or something to do with the relationship with whom you are with. if you are with someone. For others, it would be like having a dialogue with the other person, and this is kind of devoid of emotionally. It's very frank and honest, but it's not diplomatic type of dialogue. It might be even an argument with the person with whom you are with. And then in September 2017, Virgo, you have the Ten of Arrows or the Ten of Swords in traditional decks. This argument, if it did exist in August 2017, in September it keeps going. And there's certain revelations that come with extreme pain, and some of you might feel betrayed by your partner. Some of you might even end a relationship because of that in September 2017, not necessarily. Others, you keep digging within yourself. And these revelations, if you are single, if these revelations keep coming to your conscious mind, and they come with pain, but at least it gives you an open road now to live love in a different way. And then in October 2017, Virgo, you have the Eight of Coins or the Eight of Pentacles in traditional decks. What does this mean? Let's say there's some sort of trouble, big trouble with your partner in August and especially in September 2017. In October 2017, you decide, okay, you're going to go back to your routine. Both of you are going to go back to your normal routine, and you decide to completely focus on work. So you don't have disagreements or arguments with your spouse or your partner. Just focus completely on work. That's a way to deal with it by not dealing with it. Another way to deal with it, which is better, is both of you decide to work on your relationship in order to salvage it, in order to save it. You can see a couple's therapist, and both of you are working on your relationship. If you are single, you decide to work on yourself because you have sudden revelations about what you want out of love and what you required, and you decide to work. It's self-development sort of thing. Could be changing your diet, starting to an exercise plan. Could be talking to a therapist, so you can go deeper and deeper and deeper into your own psyche, into your own love nature, and why you behave the way you behave. That maybe this is something to do with your past, your upbringing. You want to go deep so you can change that around and encounter a partner and live love in a different way. In November 2017, you have the Seven of Coins. You're starting to see in November 2017 the fruits of your labor. If you are single and something ended, a relationship ended in September 2017, and you decided to work on yourself and you work on yourself and devote yourself to your work and your career, and November 2017 you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. Maybe you've lost weight, maybe work is going great, maybe you saw a therapist and you start changing your ways, the way you behave. If you are with someone, you're starting to see very good and positive results in your family because you and your partner are seeing a therapist. There are very positive results even in the life of your child or children if you have them. So everything is like the fruits of your labor to keep this relationship together are starting to show. However, in December 2017, you have the Five of Coins or the Five of Pentacles in traditional decks. It's like maybe for those who are coupled and you did start a couples therapy and it was working well. In December 2017, maybe you didn't have enough money to keep going, or you kind of laxed because you kind of felt like lazy to go to therapy or to keep on working on your relationship, and you stop doing the things that worked. So and then suddenly you understand things are not working again. You feel like alone again, or the other person feels like alone again. The other person feels like he or she's taking care of the kid, and you feel like you're alone taking care of the child, for instance, of your children, doing all the work and not having enough money. You don't feel good with this relationship again. You don't feel good. It's like things were starting to working out, but then in December, it's like there's no point in working on this relationship. You have no faith that things are going to work out. If you're single, it's the same thing. You're starting to see the results in November 2017, but then in December, either you didn't have the money to keep on going, to keep seeing the therapist, to keep going to the gym or whatever, and you kind of slacked off, and then you didn't work as hard as you were working on yourself and healing yourself, and these feelings of lack of faith in yourself, these feelings of I'm going to be alone forever, I'm never going to find anyone, oh my God, no one will ever love me, will come back. And this is more intense because this is the month of December. These are the holiday months, and you're thinking about I'm going to go and be alone with my family and not have a boyfriend. Everyone has a boyfriend or a husband or a girlfriend, and I'm alone. And so are these feelings again? They kind of are very intensified in December 2017. Just decide to keep on doing the work on yourself. Just decide that and ignore these negative feelings about yourself. And if you're a couple, keep working on your relationship because it was going well, okay? This is a blip, okay? Because things were going well, okay? This is just a blip in December. And I'm betting in 2018 things will get even better, okay? If you keep working on it, okay? So that's it, Virgo. This is the love reading that I have for you for 2017. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye-bye.